We have no common ground with the Islamic Republic of the government. We have no common ground with people that value death over life, that seek the extermination of the Jewish people and Americans, and we have no common ground with them. So I agree with you, Seth.
And I mean, let's call it what it is. We want a regime change. We want the regime to go away, and we should be 100% in to do whatever it takes to get that to happen. Because if we don't, and we leave one of them alive, I am telling you, before we all die of old age, we're going to be back there again, dealing with the same shit. Because they're going to be doing the same stuff, making the same threats, and they're going to have the capability of making nuclear weapons unless we completely end it.
Yeah, I know. I got you there. And Elena, your thoughts on this? I know you're not huge on foreign affairs, but you always say that. But I know you know what's going on. It was this a strategic move, like the ceasefire? This is just my thoughts, and tell me if I'm wrong or I'm just speculating. That he used the ceasefire, said, okay, we just bombed the heck out of you. We got rid of your stuff, and got him back in the corner. And then said, okay, we'll give you a ceasefire and just let it play out with the Strait of Hormuz and then the ships come through. And pitting, China against Iran because they're getting strangled right now. I mean, I look at that as like a strategic play for that reason. And he saves face with the American people. And we have midterms coming up, so he needs to do something, to.
I think exactly that. I think this was a great way to save face, show, hey, I'm reasonable. Seth's option to just go in and, don't do that. Don't say anything and just go in and destroy. That's still on the table. We can still do that later. But at least now he has, said, I hear the people, I don't know if he said that exactly, but, in his actions, it seems that he said, I can be moderate. I'm going to, I can send JD over there to talk, even though everybody knew they were going to sit down and talk and nothing was going to come out of it because Iran is hell bent on being Iran. So we still have, at the end of the day, the upper hand. Even though Iran did play the Strait, to the best of their ability, even though they're not following international law. They're doing a good job of being a dark evil regime. So good for them. But they know that at the end of the day, they can be easily destroyed.
Yeah. So, all right, go Jack, and then we'll go to Justin because we're going to be wrapping up here. So, Jack.
Well, in my case, I know they've been studying the Strait of Hormuz for decades, but given what was going on there, I never thought that doing a blockade of the Strait by the United States was even an option. I thought the option was you go in and you blow them out. But to me, this is just a beautiful thing to watch. This is like three-dimensional chess here. But to Seth's point, there were a couple of weeks there where we were negotiating and bombing at the same time. Puts us in a really powerful, position. The ceasefire's up in at the end of this week, I think. So Trump's going to be in a very powerful position now, where the bombing starts up. We've got the straits blockaded. Iran's going to be they're going to be at the bottom of the heap here once we start up again. So,
yeah, that's right. And then there's one thing I almost forgot about too before I go to you, Justin. You touch on this subject, but I just want to bring this up.